All right, so here we are. I'm not sure what week it is.
What we can I think we're on week 8. Week 8. We keep talking way too long. We talked so long with Mr. K that it ran out. So we'll have him on again. But
Absolutely.
It was fun. So I gave you guys a little video of Jillian with her Arizona Regions project to help finish that up. So it worked. It worked well. Yep. So welcome to Never Easy, Always Good. Not Never Easy, Always Good. Oh my God. To Inclusion Done Right.
I think I did
Welcome
that,
to
I was saying all that.
Done Right. Or How to Eat the Elephant.
One bite at a time. Remember, that's what we're doing. One bite at a time. That's right. Yep.
Oh, it's been a week. So we have a treat for you today.
Yes, we do.
Last week was Read Across America.
It was.
Celebrating Dr. Seuss's birthday. My one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
It was, and so what we do here at school for Read Across America, we actually had a Read Across America Day, and we have a lot of individuals from the community who come in and just read with our kids throughout the course of the day, which is fantastic. Yeah. And then, of course, we get to dress up in all the cool Dr. Seuss attire and read all those tongue-twisting books that Dr. Seuss wrote, and fantastic in what he did with, with words and teaching kids sounds and sight words and how he, made stories with only a certain number of words in every book. Crazy.
Right. And taught, I can't even think of the word, but like manners and, all sorts of things. And he was really a well-rounded author.
Yep.
It was just really cool.
So it's fun to celebrate that, and our kids enjoy celebrating that, and it's always great for our community because lots of people then we get to have from the community to come into our schools that don't naturally or normally do so. Right. So a lot of those people then we get to pull in, and they're like, oh, this is really fun, this is really cool. And our hopes too of building our volunteers to be able to come in and do those types of things on our campus.
So stop hitting the table because we're going to be jiggling the camera. It's okay. It's okay. I know. It is what it is. But you guys had somebody new and different, someone you've never had have read before. So tell us who came to visit.
Yeah, so this was a super duper treat for us. And we actually, because give you a little background. So first of all, Coyote Springs Elementary School is a cluster site for the Arizona School of the Deaf and Blind in this area. So what that means is any student who's identified as a student under those parameters are assigned to come to Coyote Springs because we have all the support services, all the interpreters. We even have a braille maker machine. Yes, so all that stuff is clustered here on our campus. And then we, of course, service those kids here. So it's super exciting. So our team from the Arizona School of Deaf and Blind who work with us here at Coyote Springs were able to get a guest speaker in for us who, his name is Ethan. And he is a visually impaired individual, and I believe Ethan is 17 years old.
No, he's 19.
Oh, he's 19.
19,
okay,
yeah.
Thank you for that. For some reason I was thinking 17. So he came onto campus and went into classrooms and actually read with our kids using a braille book, which was to a lot of our kids was something they have never experienced before, ever. Right. So it was really cool for them to see how he was reading using his hands.
And it was cool because the kids, he was here and I was here, and I was so not planning on staying that day.
Yeah.
But we went and we saw the first class that he read in, and we actually videoed, and he gave us the permission to show it to you guys. So we're going to be posting. Well, that will be showing right after here. Yeah. But it was just. Anyways, you know what we'll do? We'll go ahead and let you watch that, and we will talk to you afterwards. So have fun. This is Ethan. He's 19 years old, and he's reading a fun book.
Yep.
So
enjoy.
Been sent to a bomb sniffing school, so she could go sniff out bombs, or she would have been sent to a home with a child with a disability. That's what she got, and then she came to live with me.
Thank you. That's so cool. Isn't that a cool story, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. Because I kind of know what that's like. Kaya's brother also failed his test. So he was kind of in the same boat. So he stays home and gets to hang out, and Kaya gets to come to school because Kaya actually did pass her test. So I thought that was a fun story for us to hear. So Ethan, what book are you going to read for us?
I'm going to read for you all Pigsty. They're Pigsty.
Ooh. So what's special about that book, though, that you're going to read?
Well, this book has a special place in my heart because it kind of relates to me as a young kid, and sadly still as an adult. I'm not the neatest person, I'm sorry.
Hey, we can relate to that, can't we, guys?
Have you seen some of their book boxes?
Yeah, right?
We practice, though.
Yeah. All right. Monday afternoon, Wendell Bolt's mother told him to clean his room. It's turning into a pigsty, she said. And there's the picture. Can you guys see it in the back? Okay, just... No, you can't? Right, yeah, okay. Okay, just making sure. Because the pictures don't matter to me, but they make it more interesting. Wendell went upstairs. Much to his surprise, a large pig was sitting on his bed. Pardon me, said Wendell. He moved some toys into his closet. But the pig didn't seem to mind the mess. And Wendell found out that he didn't mind the pig either. He decided to take a break. When Wendell's mother came to look at his room, the pig was hiding, but the mess was still there. She threw up her hands. "Okay, Wendell," she said, "if you want to live in a pigsty, that's up to you." Wendell could hardly believe his luck. Now I can live however I want. He didn't even worry when he came home on Tuesday and found a second pig in his room. And the mess had grown a bit worse, but he was able to jam most of it under his bed. "Pigs are all right," he said, "as long as it's only one or two." In fact, they had a wonderful time. They played Monopoly until late each night and left the pieces lying all over the floor. You don't want to lose the iron. They had paper airplane wars and pillow fights. The bed became a trampoline. Then 2 more pigs showed up. The mess just grew and grew. That night, when Wendell went to bed, the pigs were lying everywhere. They rolled up in his blankets and hogged his pillows, too. Wendell told himself he didn't mind But then he found hoof prints on his comic book. Oh wait, sorry, I gotta show you the picture. And Friday, when he got home from school, he saw that someone had been sitting on his basketball, and his baseball cards were chewed. That does it, said Wendell. I've had enough. He ran downstairs to tell his mother. Sorry, she said, but your room is your responsibility. She handed him a broom. Wendell started to complain. The mess was too huge, but suddenly he remembered a saying he'd heard, that many hooves make light work. He marched upstairs and organized a cleaning crew. Then they swept and scrubbed and polished and they swept and scoured, polished, and scrubbed. Later that afternoon, Wendell inspected his room and pronounced it clean. In fact, it was a bit too clean from a pig's point of view. So while Wendell inspected, the pigs prepared to go home. One of them made a phone call, and a farm truck came to pick them up. They hugged and grunted and oinked goodbye. And from that day on, Wendell kept his room clean. Except for those nights when his friends came to play Monopoly. The end. And then the last picture. The end.
Yay!
Do you guys have any questions? Do you want to pass around the book, Ethan, so that they can see the braille?
Alright. Yeah, there's actually braille on the cover even. So be careful, don't scratch the braille.
It's plastic. It's pretty durable.
Yeah, the cover one is durable, but the pages aren't as durable.
So you guys can take it.
If you guys want to pass it around and take a look at it, I read the bumps with my fingers. Yeah.
Just like Logan does.
Yeah, Logan and I actually both read braille.
We also kind of know each other a little bit too.
Yeah, Logan and I do know each other. Wait, is that you, Logan?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm doing Wolverine.
Logan, how do you know each other?
We met each other when we were going to Flagstaff, and also because I've met him a few times before when I rode with Miss Danielle to a few other places.
What did you do in Flagstaff, Logan?
We talked about braille. We talked about braille reading and braille writing.
Who did you talk to? Teachers and parents? Yeah. A big conference?
That's so cool. Fantastic. Do you guys have any questions about Braille or how do you read that story like that? You guys have some questions? Okay, go ahead.
I saw that cane, and I saw a king's, and I saw a king's name, and it looks like.
Does it look the same?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah, this cane actually signifies vision loss. And there is another kind, this cane can signify vision loss or hearing loss. And there's actually another kind of cane that is more like a candy cane with the red and white wrapping up and up and up. And if you see that, it means the person has vision loss and hearing loss.
Oh,
And I learned that a while ago. That was interesting.
that is very interesting. Other questions? Go ahead, guys.
How many years has it been when you started Braille?
Let's see. We believe I lost my vision around 3, and we pretty much started right away. So 4, I believe. Wait, yeah, it would have been like 3, 4, because I remember getting a card from my Braille teacher when I turned 5. That was in the shape of a number 5. So yeah, I was reading Braille since I was like 3, 4, or learning at least.
So you guys, something to keep in mind, that
Thank
when
you.
you're talking to a speaker that's visually impaired, he can't see your hands up. So and that's your typical social cue for, I have a question, right? But what do you do if the speaker can't see your hand up? So you could say your name. I'm going to model for you. This is Miss Danielle. I have a question.
Yes, what's your question?
Hi, Ethan. I really appreciated you reading your story today in Braille for us. What's your favorite book?
One of my favorite books, I didn't bring it here today, but one of my favorite books I've ever read in Braille is If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. That's my favorite book still to this day.
So does somebody want to try that? I know you're not used to talking sort of out, but in this situation it's okay. So Gio, do you want to try that? Just say, hi, my name's Gio. I have a question.
Hi, my name is Gio, and I have a question. Do you work in Braille rooms with Logan?
No, I'm homeschooled, but I do have my Braille instructor. She comes to my house, and then we have like an hour and a half, and sometimes like a 2-hour lesson, and then she leaves, and then I don't see her till the next week. So I have like 3 hours of Braille a week of constructive learning, and then the rest of the week I just read Braille for my own pleasure. Alright.
How did you lose your vision?
We do not really know exactly when I lost my vision, but we believe it is because of my tumors. I have neurofibromatosis type 2, I believe it is. It's either 2 or 1. One attacks the hearing, the other one attacks my vision. So those tumors went on the pathway of my vision, so they squished it. So my eyes are actually healthy. They can track together and they'll work together fine. I just can't see because the vision path has closed. I read Braille with my fingers. Braille is a 6-dot little form, so it's a 2x3, 2 dots across and 3 dots down. And then within those dots, if they're raised, I know to read them, and if they're lowered, I know I don't have to worry about those things because they don't exist.
Any more questions? Gio, one last question.
Alright.
Does every book that, what do you see right now? Is it just black? Because of...
That's a good question. And I actually see, for a blind person, I see very well. my left eye doesn't see anything, and my right eye is in like an hourglass shape. But I know what question you're asking. You're asking, like, what is it like to be blind? Do I see, like, darkness with my eye, or do I see white with my eye when it's blind? And the interesting thing for me is, personally, my eye doesn't exist. Like, I know it's there, but it doesn't see darkness, it doesn't see whiteness, it just is there. So I kind of think of it as like a cyclops with just one eye in the middle of my forehead. Or like a pirate, yeah. Or a pirate.
All right, what do you guys say?
You're welcome.
So that was super fun.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys really maybe even watched it a couple of times, because there's so much happening in that video with all of the kids
Yes.
while he's reading. So
Yes, I know. I needed tissues.
it was, we were all sitting
All
just
of us
going,
adults.
oh, and our hearts were just so full. It was
Yeah.
fantastic.
It was the coolest thing, and it was really cool how he and Logan got to connect. And the kids, the peers, Logan's peers got to see someone who is an adult, and big to them,
Right.
that is just like their friend.
Yep.
And so,
using the cane, learning and using the braille, so it was really neat for those kiddos to see that. And what I love too is some of the questions that our kids were asking, because I know a lot of times, like as adults, we kind of have that filter,
Right.
where a lot of times we're like, okay, well, I'm not sure if I should ask that question. Kids don't.
They don't.
They
It's
don't.
great.
And so they were, I mean, the question's like, well, what do you really see? Is it, they wanted to know if it was completely just black.
Right. And there was some questions. Actually, I had an adult in another class that he read to. In another class that he read to, she noticed something about him, and she was like, "Oh," she said something to me, and it was actually about his hands.
Oh, you're right, because he has a birthmark.
And one hand is more hairy than
Yes,
the other.
yeah.
And so the adult noticed it. She didn't say anything, but a kid said something, and we don't have it on this video, but he totally was comfortable with the question, answered it, and it was just
It was a
wonderful.
neat, it was a neat interaction to be able to see. I mean, again, the perfect opportunity to show and illustrate why inclusionary practices are so important to all kids.
Right,
Like
and
all.
and to open it up to the adult community, and because I think, yes, like my two with Down syndrome, they need to see adults with Down syndrome, because people just need to see them, but also their peers need to see the adults with Down syndrome, so that they can say, hey, Ben and Jillian could be that when they're older, and not just look at them as little kids, and not just look at their disability, but look at the abilities of others around them.
Absolutely, the potential. And I have to tell you, I don't think I've even told you this, but so afterwards, when everyone was done and everything, Ethan came back to me and we had a little chat, and he is very interested in coming back here.
Yay!
And starting as a volunteer and reading with kids and helping kids everywhere.
Yes.
So wouldn't that be fantastic?
I could just totally see him on the playground, getting out there with a book. He'd have 50 kids right there.
Absolutely.
I could totally see that.
So I'm so excited about the opportunity to partner with him, and really just bring him into our community and vice versa.
Yes.
So that we can continue, like you said, those positive role models for all kids to be able to see.
Right, and when the kids see it, the parents see it, and it's really raising community awareness. And so how exciting. So next year I want to read. I have a book.
Oh, fabulous.
I have a book, What I Was Scared Of by Dr. Seuss, that I have memorized. And I actually read it to high schoolers before I talk to them about Down syndrome.
I love that.
So I want to read next year.
We'll get you on the list. Sounds good.
Yay.
All right.
So it was fun.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Yes. Oh, wait, next week. Next week.
Oh, what are we doing next week?
Danielle's coming.
That's right. Thanks for reminding me.
I know.
So we're going to have Danielle, one of our teachers from the Arizona School of Deaf and Blind, with us, and we're going to talk about that program and what that inclusionary practice looks like here at Coyote Springs.
Right, and she has already sent me some little bullet points that she
cool.
wants to cover. I think we might need to have her on a few times because she's got a lot to say.
Probably,
It'll
because
be good.
it's a fantastic program of what we're doing here
Right.
with this cluster program.
Right. So, well,
All right.
right now, tomorrow starts spring break, so you have a good
Woo!
spring break.
We
We'll
made
be
it.
back. This will be airing after spring break for
Right.
us. So,
All right.
thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.